Fresh Prince, Mario for Kids.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these shows, like they dealt with real issues. So what's your favorite? Who's your favorite?
Would
TV
you
dad?
have mentioned?
Let us know. Comments below. What this guy?
Would you have mentioned Bill Crosby if it wasn't for his kid?
Hey!
That's some trap stuff.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
In the shoebox.
So our baby shower was yesterday, as we were recording this.
Yeah.
And I don't know what we're gonna do with all of our living room and kitchen full of presents.
It's stacked. Like,
yeah.
Anyway, should say, Nick and Beverly are superstars, isn't it? They're celebs in the hood, so everyone showed up.
I don't know about
double gifts.
I don't know about that.
Listen, your baby's sorted until they're like 3 or 5. It's mad.
Definitely. It's good, man. I used to hate on like baby showers and gender reveals and all of those things. Not hate, but I used to be like, why? Because it's an American tradition.
Really?
Yeah, gender reveals isn't a British thing. I never grew up ever seeing the gender reveal until I saw it on like MTV or TV in America. Did you not? Did you think it was just everyone does it?
Yeah, nah. When I was in Ghana, they didn't do that actually.
They don't do that, bro. We don't do that here.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of
that's a good point. I've never actually thought about the origins.
Hey. But it was a good day. Great baby shower.
Yeah, no, it was lovely. I think it was very chilled.
Our intention.
Beverly's family, your family went in like they the real MVPs. The way they pulled that together was lovely. I mean, parking was a bit mad. You guys are mad for that. I drove around for a good 1 hour just looking for parking.
We had to listen. The venue was around the corner from the house. We couldn't travel too much. I can't even imagine. I think if we got a venue that was far from the house, it would have been peak, man.
Yeah, with the back and forth.
Yeah, because I was driving.
You would have probably had to hire a van.
Yeah, basically 100%. So yeah, it's one of those ones where you have events or whatever, man.
Yeah. But I'm kind of mad because I didn't get any of the sweet and sour chicken.
What sweet and sour chicken?
There was like a sweet and sour
food went quick, bro.
That was mad. I got there, I was like, what?
Yeah. My mum was there for the prawns that Beverly's had of her family made. But she said by the time she got up there,
there was nothing.
There was no go. Do you know what? We actually originally had more food, but I don't know what happened. Like people just took it all.
Oh, mad.
I don't even know if they're supposed to serve food at baby showers. This guy. But I guess it's just the one they're in. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Listen.
But to us, everything's a whole party, man. You gotta run that.
That's our people. That's what we do. That's what we do.
Yeah.
But it was a lovely day.
It was lovely. It was chilled. I enjoyed myself. Yeah. The games were good, actually. I enjoyed the games.
Did you? That's good.
Yeah, and I enjoyed winning the games too.
You did win the games.
Yeah, man.
What was it? You won.
I don't even know why they put me on, man.
Yeah,
it's deep.
You smoked it.
It was unfair.
What game was it? It was the one where you have to go around the table.
Yeah, and grab the baby bottle.
So it's like musical chairs, but for like bowls.
Yeah.
Instead of sitting down, you just grab the bottle.
And
you won.
Yeah, man.
What prize did you get?
My competitors. Sorry, man. But yeah, it was like Skittles and some special kind of Skittles and candle.
Nice.
Yeah.
The Skittles already?
No, I haven't.
Oh, nice.
I'm savoring the moment.
Let's get it. Yeah? Talk to him.
Yeah, man. You need to work on that reaction time, man. Maybe you need to do a few more half marathons. Yeah, I'm sending for you, my guy.
Dads in the Shed podcast, 2 dads and we're blessed, so we have to thank God. Parenthood's hard, so we listen and we talk. But Justin, tell him what's in the toolbox.
In the toolbox, Nick, we got a drill to drill down. Dilemmas and the fact we have kids now. So hear us talk about how we raise adults from minors, covering every angle like grinders.
Yes, Dads in the Shed podcast. Welcome. I am your co-host Nicholas K.
And I'm Justin B.
Yes, sir. I am a dad to be, and you are
a dad indeed. So wait, what are we gonna say?
I don't know.
I guess that's like for season 2.
Yeah, exactly. But thank you everyone for being here with us. As always, we want to give a special shout out to the fellow dads out there, the fellow mums, stepdads, stepmums,
grandmas,
aunties,
nanas, grandpas, people who adopt kids, not animals.
This intro's wild already for this one. Yeah, big up the teachers.
Because some people be, when they have like cats and stuff, they be treating them like they're like kids.
You're
we
right.
have to respect. There's levels to this.
You're right.
Hierarchy.
You're right. You're
But
right.
yeah, shout out to people who adopt children.
Yeah.
People who sponsor also kids around the world. You guys are actually the real MVPs, man.
Shouts to everybody and the childminders. Sorry if we left you out. We'll catch you on the next episode. But and of course, we want to thank you guys for being with us because we can't do this without you.
Yeah, man. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and rate us 5-star on all platforms. Don't watch this episode and do nothing. We don't need no pagans around here. You feel me?
And if you are,
Sorry.
hey, this is episode
7, I believe.
7, I believe.
My favorite number, the number of perfection.
Is it? Is that your favorite number?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
20
nice.
years, you didn't even know that about me.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man.
8 is mine.
8?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Because your birthday's on the 8th.
Yeah, and I just like the 8. It's like infinity sign. Got it tatted on me. 24. I like 24 as well. 8, 24, 14. My favorite numbers.
Jeez.
That's because of Thierry Henry though.
Yeah. That's a goat number.
That's a good number. So we have Ezzy's voice. If you don't know, this is Justin's daughter. I only want to start with that, and we got another one of her as well.
Sorry.
Shouts to our baby Ezzy. I only want to start with this because going back to the baby shower, Ezzy was a superstar.
Oh man, she's an extrovert, guys.
She was
I can't deny it
dancing
anymore.
everywhere. She was introducing herself to other little kids,
Mate.
And I want to start off with this because what did you do? What have you done? And this is why I love this podcast because this is we can reflect on things.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
no, it's interesting.
What have you done to get her to this point? Because Ezzy's only one.
Yeah,
but her confidence is so amazing.
Through the roof. It's through the roof.
No shyness, which is okay for baby shy. It is what it is. But just that, like when I see her like walking to kids, and we had her dancing in the middle of the hall.
She was skanking, rolling the arms. She was doing wind up, Bobby. Yeah, hey. Oh, yeah. She was killing it.
I just want to know because I got a baby to go, and I would love my baby to have that same kind of,
Yeah, I don't know, man, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie and say I've read books, but I've had conversations about like there's different types of attachments, like the secure attachment, and I don't know the rest.
The science.
I didn't, research before this podcast, but yeah, there's different types of attachments, and they said when a child is secure in their attachment, they're more able to explore and they're less clingy. When they're more clingy, sometimes it indicates they're still trying to. Basically, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Their attachment or like trust you enough that you're always gonna be there or you're not gonna leave them and whatnot. So some kids are just naturally clingy as well. But yeah, I think she didn't obviously always start out this way. She was very clingy to Mona in the beginning,
right?
But I think just exposing your kids to lots of. I mean, we have a big family, so
yeah, it's true.
Mom, like
cousins and
there's bare people. I have 5 brothers, so. And she's the 7th grandchild, so yeah, there's just bare. So I think it helps her development. But also the dancing thing, we actually have sessions at home where we just dance.
There you go. That's what I need to hear. We need to hear the techniques. That's a technique. It's a technique.
I guess it's a technique, but there's just times where it's like just be silly with your kid, like come down to their level in a way and just have fun because these are some of the things that actually feed into their childhood. So there's just times in the morning, and I'm not usually a morning person, but because of my girl, she'll come through and be like, morning. I'm like, oh my goodness, you've gotten this one from your mum. But and then we'll run some tunes, especially on like bank holiday weekends or Sundays, running tunes, and we're just dancing, singing. And she sings a lot and also dances.
She definitely
a lot.
sings a lot.
I think that also helps with confidence and and also going on holidays. She is just so social on holidays. Like,
really,
she's very like hi. I'm like rah. Like so. I don't know. I think it's exposing her to different environments and just cultivating that confidence.
I see you with her, and I think you guys do a good job of like speaking to her, around her, like in the tone, in the baby voice tone, and in the basically encouraging conversation. Basically, like anything she says, you guys respond to her. Like sometimes baby just be talking. I think
even if you don't understand, you gotta respond.
Yeah. I think that I'm learning when I watch you guys. I'm learning what kind of how I want to handle my child as well.
Yeah.
I think that's really important. I think that's what's kind of led us up to this point now where we see Ezzy like jumping around and the conversation. She was just with us here in the studio, but obviously we can't have her here in the studio for obvious reasons. But she just said, "Bye auntie, bye uncle, bye dada."
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and she's one.
Yeah, she's one. And the sentences are mad. And when we were popping popcorn downstairs,
Yeah.
what did she say?
she said, "I want pop." What did you say? I want popcorn. I see popcorn.
I see popcorn. And then she ran up, Dada, I see popcorn.
And she barely, all he had, she's probably maybe like 2 meters away from him. All he had was the bag, and she probably could smell it. And that's it. She just went, "I see popcorn." Could have been anything.
Man, yeah, she's beautiful. A foodie like me, boy. she loves her food, yeah. But no, I'm grateful for it. But also maybe she sees her mum being extroverted,
yeah,
and also me being extroverted. Apparently, I'm loud, so
yeah, you are. So I guess they just take that. They just take. I guess they just take that on board, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know? Cool. I guess I just wanted to start off with that really because it's just a nice little dad lesson that I'm gonna just take and I wanted to let you know. But before we actually get into the nitty gritty, what we got?
So we got some, super malt, and we got some Baileys. Because obviously you remember a few episodes back, I had super malt and Baileys, and it banged. You saw my reaction; it was delicious.
Yeah.
And I was like, Nick has to try it. And obviously he's been putting off for a little bit, but today I was like, it's gonna happen today. So obviously we've been doing a lot of pre-work, so you need to get rid of the excess water. So let's do that first.
Oh, okay. You actually, you actually think about those things.
I don't want any.
I would have just poured it. You don't want any like extraneous variables.
Yeah. I want a, and obviously we got the twist cap
always. This is tradition, by the way. This is tradition on Dads in the Shed. If you notice, if you've been with us, rocking with us from episode 1, we always have a drink with us. Sometimes tea, sometimes Remy and grape juice. And this is Justin's special drink that he created called not called. Have you got a name for it?
To be confirmed.
To be confirmed. TBC. That's no problem. I put you on the spot there. To be fair. Yeah. Super malt and Baileys, man. Crazy. I hope you actually eat it.
I haven't worked out what the ratio is.
Yeah, that's what
when I work out, guys. It's
because the ratio is important.
The ratio
so
is very
far.
Important. So far, it's bare super malt. Yeah, but actually, no. There's a lot of ice in there. So
true.
Let's see.
Oh my days.
Look at it. Doesn't it look pink? Come on, you gotta admit it looks pink.
Yeah, I think, but Baileys, fam. Baileys, it swims through anything, so that's why it looks nice. It might be missing something, like a.
I'm saying we could put like chocolate in this and it will still bang.
Chocolate.
Anyways, now you gotta swirl it around, do it for the camera.
Hold on, let me give this to our producer, Bebs.
Wait, keep it there just in case I need to.
Okay, sorry.
Top it up with something.
Oh, so you shake it, yeah?
Shake it. Let me taste it, mine first.
Okay. Get the ASMR for the listeners out there. Nice.
So good.
Is that okay? Or more Baileys?
Keep.
Okay.
Swirl it until it looks like just pure Baileys.
Okay. I think that's pure Baileys, bro.
I haven't even used all the super malt, man.
The ratio, bro.
Don't worry about the ratio, man.
Before it was, I haven't done the ratio, so don't worry about the ratio.
Don't worry about the ratio. We're moving on vibes right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can I go?
Yeah, you can take this. Oh, we'll just leave it there for now.
All right, cool.
All right, cool. 3, 2.
Wait, cheers. Dad's in the Shed.
Yep.
Bro, it's not nice.
Bro, it bangs.
Do you know what? Okay.
Stop, Cam. Give an honest opinion. This guy is capping. Mix it properly, man.
I mixed it, bro. Do you know what? Let me try one more.
Big sip.
Do you know what? It's a strong taste of super malt I'm getting.
Maybe you need to add more Baileys.
No, hold on. But I think
you look at yours and look at mine.
Is it?
We need like them. Use your finger, man.
No, I'm getting both. It's fine. It's all right. It's just because super malt is such a strong taste.
But they taste similar.
They do. I get the vision. It's not bad. I lied. It's not bad, but it does.
You already had predisposition of hate in his heart.
Out of 10,
keep mixing it, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep mixing it as we record as well. As an out of 10, maybe I'll just give it average. So I give it like a 5 out of 10. 5. What would you give it?
This is a strong, no less than an 8. I would say. if you like Baileys though.
If you like, I love Baileys. I think it's gonna grow on me though. It's just
keep sipping it. We'll get his feedback at the end of the pod, and then
we keep going. Cool. Okay. So for this episode,
what are we even talking about again?
Do you know what? Let's just talk about drinks all day. All right, cool. So for this episode, we were speaking about this before the pod. We've broken down a lot of things up until this point, and we wanted to come here and discuss. Well, start off with the idea of present dads versus ATM dads, or not necessarily versus, but just what type of dads do we want to be, or what type of dads is it even, is out there for the category, should we say? And we want to go down this route because I've known many dads, including my own, where so ATM dads. Let's start with the definition actually. So ATM dads pretty obvious. There's just, I guess, there's more focus on provision. Just providing anything that supports a child, which is again amazing. Child support exists for a reason. It's very, very crucial, right?
Yeah, it is.
But when we say ATM dads,
it stops there basically.
Thank you very much. Because I mean, off definition of a dad, I mean,
there's a lot more than provision, but I do feel like in the eyes, obviously we'll get into it, but in the eyes of the world, and what the first thing when a man thinks of when he thinks about having a family is, I gotta provide.
Yes.
And I guess the idea of being an ATM dad is you focus so much on provision and just working, making sure, there's money to support for food, bills, shelter, etc.
Yeah.
That you do nothing else. But obviously, from a kid's perspective, that may not be the thing that registers in their head as love.
Yeah.
But to a dad and to the outside world, it's like, oh, as long as they have a roof over their head, etc.
Yeah,
I'm doing my job.
Yeah, and to add on to that, it's not even like a lot of kids are told that by their parents. I mean, we're focusing on dads because we are dads, but a lot of kids are told that. They said, a kid might just say, hey, why don't you do this or whatever, and then the dad can just go straight up and say, do you know the things I do for you? I'm sorry, I'm speaking African accent, that's just where I'm from, but that's usually like I've got that many times in my life. That house you're in,
I've got that as well.
You know what I'm saying? And yet you do and it's like, I don't want to do. I don't think I would. That's definitely what I don't want to become. I don't want to become that.
Nah, I completely agree. And I think for me, on reflection, even in like the years I've been fathered, I can probably remember more times my dad has, obviously given me something I've needed when we weren't beefing.
Yeah.
Than when I can't even remember the last time my dad said he loves me.
Yeah, me too. I don't think my dad ever has.
He probably has when you're probably like,
but you know what I'm trying to say, like when you're past the age for me to
consciously remember.
I can't consciously remember.
There was a time when but obviously you can remember times when he's obviously he's provided something.
I could remember not every single time, but yes, great point. I could remember every single bare time, where my dad has given me money, I've asked for it, he's given me It was actually never really an issue, to be fair. Like I used to wake up in the morning and obviously before we go to school, I'd go downstairs, he'd be sleeping, and I'd be like, okay, I'm going to school now. And he'd be like, pass me my trouser.
Yeah. We had the same thing.
Heavy, I'll pick it up. It'd be a heavy
like, I'm getting paid today.
And my dad never cared. He would just be like, whatever's in there is on that day. Because he would have change from back in the day. We used to just have change.
It's mad. I don't have change now, In fact, I even get I'm even insulted when someone gives me coins. Like, bro, put in my account, bro.
Yeah, bro. Quick side story. Me and the wife went to Tesco the other day. Packed up. You need £1 for the trolleys. We get
in this modern day and age. That's actually my pet peeve. Tesco, sort yourself out, bro. Morrison's as well, bro. You guys are taking the mic.
Honestly, she's like, you have £1? I said, I have £1. Don't you have £1? And we were looking at each other like, so we don't have £1. And we just felt very silly because it was a big food shop we had to do. And we found out at the end Tesco has these blue chips. Yeah. Oh. True. Yeah, you can do the blue chips. Big up Tesco.
That's mad.
Yeah.
So you can pay contactless for the blue chip?
No, you just take. We took it.
Oh, you could just. It's free.
Yeah.
No way.
Bro, it doesn't make sense. Why do I have to have a
Then
pound?
don't look it.
I don't know. I guess no, because kids be taking them, man. But I guess now they can still take them. Anyway,
wow, I've learned something, boy.
I got sidetracked. But yeah, like, so yeah, back in the day, like, yeah, my dad would just have bare changes thingy, and that was all I kind of knew. But now when I look back on it, like, there wasn't really like I guess I would say good morning. But then I'll say, yeah, cool, I'm going, and he'd be like passing my trouser. I'd get the coins and I'd go. But in terms of back to this point of this topic of ATM dads versus present dads, you know, me looking at it now, yes, I did see him as an ATM dad because that was like a lot of our transactions. Okay, you need money for school, what else you need? Fine. But a present dad in comparison would be like, how was school today? Or be like, you know, we'd have a conversation in the morning. Yeah. And then it would be like, how much you need. Even how much do you need? Because he never knew how much I needed. He would just give me the monies.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You know? But a present dad would, you know
your needs.
Yeah.
Would know what it's going towards. You could have been buying crack for me.
No, you're right. No, you're right. You're actually right. I could have been spending it on whatever.
Yeah.
And you know, yeah,
and there was no like, did you ever get a lesson on how money works and how
don't start me on that. Don't start me on that.
It's just, here's money.
That's it. Start me on that. Listen, we thank God for the position I'm in life right now, but I feel like, especially after uni, man, I always look back on it and I don't want to blame my parents per se, but I don't want to blame them because I don't know. I don't want to blame them, but 100%. If we had those teachings from our parents, I know we say school should teach it, but that's school. It is what it is. But if we had those teachings from our parents, bro, I'd be in a whole different place right now, bro.
There's people who came out of uni and they used some of the excess they got from their loan to
buy a house,
to buy houses, start businesses. They came out of it and they were like, yeah, calm.
Immediately. I think that's one thing that, again, because we're speaking from the perspectives of like Black British or whatever, like all of like my friends from uni that are like white and stuff.
Oh man,
bro, on Facebook, I log in on Facebook, bro. Many years ago, I graduated in uni when 2015, bro. Like 2 years after that, bro, nice little house, man. Nice little house.
And that's why it's not enough for you to just be a provider.
Yeah,
there has to be context to the money, and it has to be more. In fact, I would even go as far to say, as the money is probably, people think it's like 100% of the job. I would say it's less than 50% of the job. Like, if I get, because obviously even coming from the backgrounds where there wasn't like money flowing, crazy.
I'm not saying that.
So it wasn't a lot. I would have, if there was less money and there was more presence with my father, or like both parents and whatnot, I think it would have made more of an impact.
100%.
And those are the things you remember more.
And those are the things you remember for, because it's like back to our conversation about, do we remember our dads telling us we love us, or do you remember any like life conversations like, hey, like, I remember one day actually, I remember this memory just came to my mind just now. Yeah. It was, my dad used to own a business back in the day, which I interned for. Yeah, look at that.
I have a mad memory about that as well. But
hey, listen, just let me know if it's pod material or not before you do it, please.
Yeah,
please.
We'll leave that. We'll part that one.
We'll talk about that in production meeting. But it was your dad, it was during the recession, and I remember I went up to, I didn't really know much, but this is the first time we hit recession. So I don't know how old we were. Maybe it was school times anyway, like high school times. And I remember I went to him and I said to him, oh dad, like we're in a recession. Is everything okay? I asked him.
Probably 2008.
So, yeah, something like that. I asked him, I said, oh, like, is everything okay? Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about me. It's fine.
Really?
Yeah. And it's like, I look back at that moment now, and yes, at the moment I was just curious because I put two together. But just imagine if he had been like, "Oh, you know what a
recession is?
Oh, okay, no, like I'll tell you why. Like, I wish I knew the ins and outs of it because I still can't believe it.
A pivotal moment in
bro.
Your life.
I used to look at my dad as like such a hero because I knew from very, very young that he owned a business. Like I knew that because I knew that he didn't have similar work schedules to like my friends growing up in primary school and that stuff. So I knew he had something.
Did you know that owning a business was respectable? Did you feel a sense of pride from that?
Yeah, because what he done, he was basically like not a teacher, but like he taught his expertise, which is all to do with housing and all that stuff. So he taught he in a nutshell, the business was teaching people how to become housing officers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So when I would go to his office, I would see how people would speak to him. You know, he had a receptionist and all of that stuff. So from then, I was already like, okay,
yeah,
this guy is he's
the guy.
He's the guy, right? But just imagine if we spoke about that stuff. I was just putting stuff together in my head, like, okay, you got a business, but it's just like, imagine he broke it down to me, what, how, and you know, from very
that's
young
life
age.
changing, you know.
ATM dad versus present dad.
Even like now, like it's only now we've grown up that I feel like I feel like in this country, especially owning a business, whether it's a small, micro, whatever, is essential to like being able to get as much money as you can. Like,
right.
Knowing that model and how to, you know, own the business to work the system to your advantage. Yeah. Like he could have put you on game, like
game
there.
From early, because I never really saw, because their work schedule was crazy. Like, and he obviously, and when my dad and my mum were together, how it worked is that it was his business, but like he obviously like brought her on to like help out from the beginning. Like she was very essential to building up that business. So it's like because they were both running the business, you know, unfortunately that meant that we spent a lot of our times with not even aunties that much. Aunties like when we were younger, when we were babies, but as we were of age, primary school, whatever, we spent at random like childminders or we had a youth club that I would go. So we'd have school, primary school. Our youth club thankfully was like 2 minutes down the road. So from then, and they had a little scheme where the youth club would come pick us up and take us to the youth club. Yeah, so nice. I wouldn't see my parents from like when we left till maybe like 9 p.m, 10 p.m. every day. And then that's weekdays. Weekends, myth.
Really?
That was their teaching. Weekend was the teaching days for the housing officers. Yeah. That's when they would actually teach. Throughout the week they'd like I think they'd be planning, but like the weekend was actually like, okay, come into the office and we're gonna teach you blah blah blah. So in the boardroom thing. So
did you have resentment for them for that?
Hell yeah. My parents didn't come to no assemblies, and I don't know if we spoke about this in the pod already, but they didn't come to no assemblies, they didn't come to no thingy, and I don't resent them for it, but again, this is just because the top looking
into the crowd,
and they're not there, and you know
your boy Johnny has got all the family, the grandparents, everyone there cheering him on. It's not an important play in the grand scheme of things, but that moment, that feeling, meant everything.
Yeah,
and you come out and then you having other parents having to be like, "Oh, well done." You're like, "But where's mine?
Where's mine? I know youth club as well. Like some parents would come, like, you know, they'd have a specific pickup time for a youth club, but some parents would come so early and just chill. And the youth club, those were the worst days for me. I'd just be like, cool, man.
Yeah,
cool, man. And it's not. My dad was he had fun times. Like, you know, my dad. Like, he was he had a lot of fun in him, right? So sometimes I'd just be there, be like, man, if my dad was here right now, he'd make your dad look like some boring. You know what I'm saying? And he'd make your dad look like some boring guy, because you know my dad, he would just take over the room. So I'd just be like, come on, man. Anyway, so I said it to say, I don't look, but I still don't. I swear to you, I don't.
But what could they have done differently in that situation?
Yeah. I think it just could have been there.
Obviously, they're building a business, so actually time is a commodity which is limited.
Yeah, I just think you have to ask yourself, like, is it worth it? Like, and especially if you're running a business. So any dads out there that's running a business and whatever, if you have like,
is it a worthy sacrifice?
Yeah, and did you need to? You know, I look back on it and I'm like, all right, did you need to be there every day?
Did you need to have that extra client that would have taken you over time?
Yeah, could you have made that one assembly? Could you have made that one performance I had? Like, 100% you could have. What would have happened? What would the business have gone down? When you're the boss?
I mean, I feel like sometimes, obviously, we hear a lot of talk about to actually build a successful business, you have to have tunnel vision, and you're going to have to make some tough sacrifices. And unfortunately, a lot of people feel like it's just part of the journey, sacrificing your family.
Yeah.
Why don't we have enough examples of that not necessarily being the case? Because I'm pretty sure people are building successful like businesses and they're bringing their family along the journey.
Yeah.
And the only example I have in my head is Toby Nwingwe. Is that his name? The artist.
Right. Yeah.
His family is he actually says you can't book me if my family can't along.
Yeah.
So he's a prime example.
Yes.
That you can do it with your family. It's a choice.
It's a choice.
It's a tough choice because it might take some money out of your pocket, but if your talent and what you're building is actually solid, people eventually will get the message, be like, yo, you know what? It's a whole package.
Yeah. Funny enough, to link that story is so at work, obviously we had Bryson Tiller the other day, and he was saying that he brings his daughters on tour. Right, and then Manny, my presenter, he was like, "Raw, like that's a bit wild. Like, why would you wanna bring
expose your kid to that environment?"
Yeah. But he was like, "Don't worry about that part. I'm protecting them." But he was just like, I have to be there. But at the same time, he was like, and it's so relevant to what we're talking about because it's like, of course he has to be on the road.
Yeah.
But like he acknowledged, like he looked at us all and he was just like, they're my daughters. I have to be with my daughters. And that's it. And it's as simple as that. I think there's many dads that would just go on tour and
be like, I gotta get this money.
I
have to get this money.
Yeah, but he was literally like, it wasn't even like a discussion, but he was like Manny was like,
respect that,
bro.
Man. Shout out Bryson.
Shout out Bryson, because he was like, Manny was like, whoa, like why would you do that? He kind of not judged him, but he kind of looked at him like, oh, that's a bit mad. Are you sure that's okay? But he was like, nah, they're good. Like they have so much fun. Like I keep them here. They come with me here. Travel with them.
I think people have obviously a mixed conception that obviously backstage is like wow.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah, but it's actually
you're forgetting like these people have like security. They can shelter them from a lot of things. They're not on stage.
Yeah.
They're not on stage, literally like with the madness. They could be obviously having their own fun, but at least when they come out of the performance, they can have interaction with their kid, and I think that's beautiful.
In turn, I would hope, and I think we can assume that those daughters would now, his daughters now grow up, and they have a specific idea of a better idea of who their dad was, where he was, on doing work and all of that stuff. So.
Yeah, I respect it, man. I feel like that's it. We need to prioritize. I don't think a lot of people see their roles beyond the provision, and this is why the ATM dad thing I think is very toxic.
Yeah,
because because the whole point of why you're motivated to provide is because of the end point, right? To help your family.
100.
But if you don't see that helping your family is more than the provision, then you actually cause them more harm than good.
Look at the science. Look at the maths.
Which is.
No, it's big facts.
It's crazy, and I feel like in even the situation with your mum and dad, I'm pretty sure even if because they in business, there's seasons where you just have to put in the extra effort.
I hear that. I feel
like especially when your kids can understand. Because how old were you guys at that stage?
What throughout that whole saga?
Yeah,
just probably as small as I can remember. That's always been
up to high school.
I want to say up until secondary school, because then context, my dad left the house, so he probably left when I was like year 7, year 8. So when they divorced, so yeah.
Okay, but at least it was going on at a point where they could have actually consciously sat you guys down and be like, "Listen, guys, I'm sorry that we're not present, but we're doing this for us." And at least you would have had that footnote in your head throughout, and that may have made
a big difference.
100%.
Yeah, it's just something to reflect on, man. And it's just I like to talk about it. I love to talk about it because it's kind of like shaping the dad I want to be. And I think it's safe to say we both
100%.
We both want to be present dads, not ATM dads. So we don't want to be viewed as ATM dads. And obviously the worry is that I'm not trying to say like that was in. I don't think anybody says
wakes up,
and says I'm just gonna give my
be the ATM dad.
exactly. But it's just you just don't want your children to look back and think money, that's all.
I feel like this is where when we talk about generational curses, we think about it in such a big way, but a generational curse for me is literally something that was done to you, you know no better, and then you pass it on, and it's something that's actually not good, it's toxic, and you just keep playing on and never actually learn how to break that cycle. And I think this ATM dad, especially in loads of cultures, not just African cultures, is a generational curse.
True. Do we? Now, I've got a question now. Do we apply that same rule to aunties and uncles? Because I feel like I grew up with a lot of ATM aunties and uncles as well. Is that okay? Because they're not the immediate family, or
as in
everyone should be present
for them to just be providing.
Yeah,
I feel like they're not the primary caregiver, so
it's called
you can never put that standard on them. But of course, if you can do more as a brothers and sisters and what, but obviously if they especially have their own family, hey man, I don't think I'll ever have salt for any aunties and uncles that didn't do much. I think my sister. But I have salt for aunties and uncles who weren't present, but then expect the world.
Got you.
Come to wedding, you expect.
Yeah. That's
baby shower.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started. I think my sister's gonna be. an amazing ATM auntie though. Do you know what she said to me the other day?
She got that paper.
But this is interesting.
The rich auntie thing.
Yeah, this is the back to the rich auntie thing. And I know we can say rich auntie, just think, okay, you can think an auntie just gonna give money and go away. But let me tell you what my sister told me the other day. That was the cutest thing. Okay. I want to say it's probably the cutest thing I think she's ever said to me.
Oh wow, that's.
In fact, let me pull up the message because I don't want to get it wrong. I don't want to get it wrong. I want to verbatim. I want to read it verbatim of what she said to me, and I could not believe it. And so I know you guys don't really know my sister, but she isn't really. She can be quite cold sometimes.
She's
most of the time.
Yeah. Got a strong personality.
But I love her to bits.
Yeah.
Because she is who she is, and I love her in spite of that. But this is what she said to me. So we were speaking about just about the. I asked her. I said, "Oh, you're going to be an auntie soon. Are you excited?" Right? Because I just tried to draw emotions from my sister. So it could be anything. I just ask her mad emotional questions. So she was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, no." Right? Then I was like, "Yeah, cool, whatever." She said to me, word for word. Oh. Another thing, because she's actually really helpful with. She's offered to her and my mum offered to buy us a buggy.
Oh,
so
nice!
That's amazing. Yeah, so that's really nice. That's really nice. So then she was asking me about the buggy, blah blah blah. I said, yeah. I'll let you know. This is what she said to me. Sorry, I'm building so much suspense.
You are.
She said, "I'll start a child pension pot for them. If I start it now and pay in every month, your child will be a millionaire by the time they're 18."
Hey, lock off the pod.
Shall I lock it off? I can lock it off, bro.
Hey, Nicole, you're the best, man. Honestly, see that kind of mindset, I respect on so many levels. I mean, I think every parent should be doing that first and foremost.
100%.
But the fact that she's, man, that speaks so much volumes,
bro.
She's looking at the future, present,
yes,
and everything in between.
And I think a big inspiration and motivation behind it is that. That's not what we never had that growing up. I don't think anybody told us that. And I think my sister looks at it as because she's doing really, really well, like in terms of her work and stuff. So I think she's looking at it like, okay, I don't want to call it generational curse, but there is like, how we spoke about lack of financial literacy and lack of and how we'd be in a better place if people told us certain things and encouraged us to do.
Facts.
I think it's more than saving from when we was younger age. I think she knows that, she sees that. So when she said that message to me, I think all of that.
Like she's trying to break curses.
Yeah, because this the baby that we got coming is the first of us. So I think she's looking back on it and she's like, just like, wow, you do this. Let's do this. Let's do better for the generation that we're gonna create going forward.
And it's not even her child.
It's not even her child. Big up my sister.
Sorry, MVP.
Oh yeah, that's true. Thank you, producer baby mum.
The SIF today.
As we're recording right now, we have officially 4 weeks until due date. That is true. That's a good point.
4 weeks. That's a month exactly.
Yeah,
bruh.
Yeah.
And it could be obviously sooner than that. But when are you 37 weeks?
Well, I mean, on the dates, the 6th of May today, so 6th of June is our due date.
Ah.
Yep. That's a madness.
How you feeling?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
You. You're the one in front of the camera.
I was in the start. Do you know what it is?
This guy went to the
bro,
4 weeks
sometimes
later.
bro, I literally take myself there whenever I speak about it, like every single time. It's funny, you're gonna catch that on camera how my eyes literally went there. I'm good, man. Like I'm good. Like it's just like I'm excited. I think as we get closer, like it's just
want to get out, one and done.
Yeah, it's just like I'm ready now. Like.
Hey, lock in for season 2 where we get the birth story.
When you get the proper.
And you know, he goes from a dad to be to a dad indeed.
Yeah, man. I'm excited. No, I'm just excited, bro. I'm excited.
No, that's cool, man. I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
Right. So, what are you taking into your? Obviously, your role as a parent. What is being present look like for you now that we've experienced what we've experienced? What is now? What is being present as a father?
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one to ask. So I want to say, speaking very, very vaguely, you have to forgive me, but I want to say communication. I think that's big because I feel like with everything that we've discussed today in terms of like lacking and stuff, like bro, like. Yeah, it's all communication. We were speaking about, we wasn't told this and we wasn't asked about this. Like it's communication, bro.
True.
So
it's true.
I definitely am very, very big in that. So I'm gonna do my best to champion that and and just try, and also try to read between the lines as well. I won't know until obviously I get there, but it's just like sometimes your child gives our children are gonna give us signs.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It could be for anything, good or bad. Whether they're really, really happy about life, or whether they're really, really sad about life. I just want to make sure I can read those signs.
And I feel like that's literally a foundational thing you've just mentioned, because if you're at work, you know, getting that paper and your child is literally going through identity crisis, puberty, religious crisis, trying to work out if they believe in God, work out if they, in this modern age, whether they like boys or girls, whether, you know, what career they want to go into, like, or if they're getting bullied and whatnot, you're not always going to get that verbally. Like, even if you're like semi-present, where you're like, oh yeah, we have conversations in the morning. Like, to actually be present is actually being able to read not what they just say verbally, but also their changes in behavior, changes in, you know, actions, changes in, you know, patterns. And you can only spot those patterns if you're there enough to collect that data.
To notice the difference.
Yeah.
Like on this day, what's going on with you?
So that's literally, for me, that's a foundational key about being a present dad. You have to be present enough to notice trends, to be able to react to it and actually parent your kid. You're coaching them through so much changes, like, and if you're not there with all the wisdom of actually having gone through it, then there's like a thing where it's like, if you're not learning, if you're not parenting your kid, someone else is. Like, whether it be,
say that again.
If you're not parenting your kid, someone else is. Whether it be teachers, whether it be friends, whether it be aunties who may have a toxic way they've grew up, obviously you, as a dad, you're thinking, oh yeah, well, at least the mum is there if you're in a 2-parent household. But a mum can't do it all.
She can't. My mum has done it all, but even now I still look at it like, but you know what I'm saying?
There's a reason why it takes 2 to make a kid. It also takes 2 to raise a kid. So as much as, you know, single mums or single dads will try their best to plug the gap, it's just not how it was designed. That's not how God made it. So for me, it's like, it takes 2. And what's something you're going to notice is going to be different from something, you know, Beverly's going to notice. So if there's only one eyes, you're going to miss stuff.
But then, okay, so in that case then, just to play devil's then, what do we tell the single mums and single dads out there? I mean, we can't tell them that we can't say, can't, because we've met so many that are doing it. And we know some people are doing it right now. But then, goodness, I can't relate.
I can't relate, and I feel like it's a tough situation. And if any single mom or single dad is completely honest, they're doing it, and they know it's not the ideal situation, and they will tell you that it's hard. It's completely hard. True. And it's intentionally hard because you're doing the job of 2 people. So it's not going to be perfect. You'll probably get through by the grace of God, because, you know, I believe, you know, we have Jesus and we have God to help us through these things. And obviously He designed it for a reason. But it's going to be it's going to be tough. And I feel like that's where I feel like if you're a single mum, for example, you have to be intentional with the male company you keep, because they're basically going to be supporting and plugging the gap in what your son or daughter receives in terms of what you expect from a man, and what is a man, what is a boy, etc., etc. So that's your role you need to play. And I think it's also good for you to expose them to good male role models. They may not be around them constantly because you're still a single parent, but it will make a huge difference. It will help the balance. And same if you're a single dad, just being around good female examples, whether it's aunties, grandmas, you know, best friends that, you know, are females. Just make sure you expose them to that motherly. So I feel like it's actually necessary.
I'm with you. I agree with you on that. When, just to go off peak and just to turn the car a different direction. When, as we're speaking about ATM dads and present dads, a TV dad came to my mind, and that is, you've seen Everybody Hates Chris?
Yeah. One of my favorite shows.
Oh, me too. Yeah. So we were speaking about, of course, Julius. Now, obviously we're speaking with asterisks because this is just fiction. He's a TV dad, but it was based on a true story, so I guess we can draw some takes from it. But now, he was an ATM. Was he an ATM dad?
Yeah. You know what? There's times where he actually broke it down to Chris.
Right. There's times where he was present.
Yes, there was times where he was present.
Anytime Chris had a problem, I want to say, he was like,
he had ATM moments, but actually, I feel like they were trying to balance that narrative out. I mean, he was all about the money. And
he was all about
working the money and whatnot. But I feel like with the time that he had, he tried. He tried. He tried. I think he was misunderstood.
I do think he was misunderstood, but that's because of the environment. That was a sticky one because that was because of the environment that they were in. Like, he was just working 3-4 jobs to obviously to put food on
ends meet,
to make ends meet. So in that case, it's tough. You can't really. I guess ATM dad links to more the dads that have money. I guess loads of money to kind of dispose, or no?
I think even he's a prime example because the time that he had, he used wisely. Where there's some dads, of course, you're working 3-4 jobs, you're very tired. You know, but unfortunately, being a parent is, even when you're tired, that job doesn't stop. You leave your 3-4 jobs to do your 5th job. Which is being a parent. So I feel like it's just being conscious that I gotta check in on my kids, check if there's any trends that have changed. How are they feeling? Try and, you know, seclude certain times. Sometimes you have to lose a little bit of money to just gain
get a bit of love.
To get a bit of love, or give a bit of love.
No, to give a bit of love. 100%.
Did he say I love you a lot to?
I feel like there was one episode where he actually said, that was the first time I heard my dad say I love you. And it's a time I'll never forget. Like I do remember there's an episode on that. Are there any TV dads that inspired you growing up? I have about 3.
I just could say my wife and kids, what's his name?
Michael.
Yeah, he was
Why though? Why did he inspire you? Dad wise. Not man wise. Because there's difference.
I feel like he had a lot of interactions with his kids. Like he noticed, like he was in their business. Rightly so.
From everything, from Claire's,
trying to have sex.
Claire's virginity to Junior. I remember there was one episode with Junior. He somehow got a gambling problem. He was there. Man, oh, that's a good episode. Quick one. So Junior had a gambling problem. So he went and he tried to teach him. Oh, my wife and kids, I might watch it back, and I'm going to look at it differently. I'm going to tell you why, because this episode is really good. And let me break it down for you quickly and for the audience. This episode where Junior, Michael's son, Michael's telling him, you need to go and get a job. You need to work. Junior says, I got a job, Dad. And he's like, what job have you got? And then he walks into his room and he's just gambling, right? And he's playing like something like some sort of American money game with his friends. Then he tells all his friends to get out, and then he's like, what happened to your you said I thought you were meant to be getting a job, and he's like, Dad, this is my job. And then he's like, okay, and he doesn't listen to it. He's like, okay, listen, I want you to go. I remember this episode like Lifelines. I want you to go and apply at that chicken place and freaking get a job, right? And then he's like, no, Dad. He's trying to tell him, he's like, Dad, like, you don't understand. Like,
I'm making papes.
Yeah, right. He's like, Dad, I'm really good at this. Now, at that moment, if we pause for 1 second, Junior has no education about the damages of gambling, right? He has nothing. He's just like, I'm good at this. And
it's making me money.
At this point, he's looking at his dad like, I need you to support this gambling addiction. This is gambling. No, it doesn't know an addiction. This gambling job that I have.
Yeah.
No, at that point, Michael goes to his wife, Jane. He's like, he thinks he's the one in this house. Like, he thinks he's the man in this house to be. He's like, listen to what I'm saying. So then Jay's like, just beat him and just teach him that it's wrong. But Michael, which is a recurring theme throughout My Everything Kids, he likes to teach his kids a lesson like his way. He calls it the Michael Kyle way, and he always goes, he always signs it off, right? So, his way is that he actually starts to play gambling games with Junior, hoping that he'll win every time, aka the house always wins, which is a gambling term, right? So he plays blackjack with him, loses a lot of money to his son. He plays like poker, plays various games with him. He ends up losing basically. So that was his lesson as a dad, which failed. So now he's down money. I think he ends up losing like his precious golf clubs. He's down money, and Junior is going around thinking that he's the best at gambling.
So I got the talent.
Yeah. So then Michael's like, right. Jay's laughing at him. His wife laughing at him like, well done. You've gone and taught your son that gambling works.
Was evil.
Yeah, that one. But then later on, how it ends, the lesson how it ends, Michael eventually he buys a slot machine. This is extreme, by the way, and obviously it's fiction, but I just think there's inner inner gems. There's inner gems here. He buys a slot machine, and he leaves it in the house because he knows that Junior's got a gambling addiction. Then one day, Junior's walking past the slot machine. He hears voices, and he ends up playing. Anyway, he loses all of his money to that slot machine. Michael comes down, wandering downstairs one day. He sees him, and he's like, "What are you doing up, son?" And then he's like, "Dad, she took it all." She calls it. He ends up giving it a personification. It's like, "I lost it all, Dad. I lost it all, Dad." And then he takes the money to go see. He takes the money, goes see Junior. This is why the house always wins. And then he gives him a bit more lessons. And then Junior ends up getting a job eventually, and that's it.
Is that a good way to teach?
That's why I wanted to tell you the story. But even now I look back on it and I'm like, on that episode, I'm like, I mean, obviously he didn't want to get to that point. He wanted to teach him the lesson through his own way and teach him, but he just had to resort to that. But I don't know. I think it depends on the situation. I think that is a good situation because that's literally just like cause and effect. Like, bro, if you keep gambling, you're going to lose eventually. I haven't met one gambler in my life personally that hasn't ever lost. So I think in that one, that was a good one. You have to learn from experience.
I probably agree as well because sometimes you need to actually experience the mistake in what you're doing to be able to teach them. But and especially with that one, him losing all his money is not going to change his life. It's not going to damage him.
No.
It's it's not like the scenario we're talking about the other day where it's like, your child and their virginity. And once they lose it, it's gone.
You can't.
So that one you can't just. That one. Don't do that one. If it's gone, it's gone. All these girls that are saying, "I've revived my virginity," it's gone.
It's not happening. But yeah, man, I liked. I now you speak about it. I'm gonna go back and watch some the serious ones because honestly,
unpack some of them.
Yeah, bro. There's. Going back to our main original question of TV that inspired me, like that is a TV that actually inspired me, man, because of his just intricate, his approach to certain things was really good. Uncle Phil, Fresh Prince, he was a bit too serious.
For that one episode where the famous one where Will was like, but why doesn't it love me? That was probably Uncle Phil's iconic moment.
That's when he became Will's dad.
Yeah. So for that moment, I'll give it to him. But some of his approaches,
it was a bit too serious. A lot serious.
Yeah. Who else was there? What about
I don't know if you ever watched One-on-One.
I was just about to say
his name was Flex Washington. Yes.
Yeah.
Now he was different because he was like a bachelor. He was a single dad, and then he obviously got his daughter to come live with him. So that one is an interesting one because his daughter kind of taught him how to be a dad, how to be present. Because when she moved in with him, she thought, that's my dad, like he's not really serious, like we're best friends, until one day she started to come home late and he was like, what do you think this is? And she's like, you don't do this. Yeah, what?
Relax, man.
Like, I remember, I think it's episode 1, he's like, Brianna, go to your room. And she's like,
who the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
Why is he acting like a father?
Yeah, exactly. And then slowly but slowly he starts to implement this with him. But that TV that inspired me because it kind of showed you the workings of what you need, the qualities you kind of need, and
it kind of unpacked what presence is.
Yeah,
because it became more and more.
Yeah,
so I think that was He ended up being
exactly. So I employ everybody listening and watching.
Yeah, man. What is your favorite TV dad?
Yeah, I love that conversation. I love that conversation, honestly, because some of those shows are some of the greatest shows.
100%.
And it's just such like a hug. Like you watch them and you're like, oh man, because it's real issues like Fresh Prince, Mario for Kids. Yeah. Like a lot of these shows, like they dealt with real issues. So what's your favorite? Who's your favorite?
Would
TV
you
dad?
have mentioned?
Let us know. Comments below. What? This guy.
Would you have mentioned Bill Crosby if it wasn't for his kid?
Hey! No. Do you know what? What's the name of that show? In Living Color? Bill Cosby show? No. It was just called the Bill Cosby Show. I think.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, it's called the Bill Cosby Show. We'll fact check it. I didn't really ever watch it. Did you?
I watched a few episodes.
Is it? I haven't really watched it. But I heard that show's really wholesome or whatever. So it's what it is.
Anyways.
Yeah.
He's cancelled. So guys, don't even drop his name in the comments.
Yeah. We won't even develop that. Oh man. But
man. Nah, this was cool. I think for me, one thing I'm doing now, even whilst Ezzy is young, to make sure I'm present, is even though I struggle, it's even when they're young, it's a struggle. Yeah. Like don't underestimate the whole coming back from work and you're tired and having to engage with your kid. That is probably one of the hardest thing in the whole parenthood
good point.
Journey. So I think in the morning when she says good morning, actually engaging with her, having conversations. Yeah. And I've been doing this thing from when she was like a baby, like asking, what did you dream about?
Yeah.
And she doesn't, in the beginning, she's just like,
dreams. I never got to talk about dreams. I would have loved that.
Bro, and I remember growing up having some mad dreams, having some mad nightmares, and it's like, I need someone to, and I have to go back to do it tonight again. So, I
said I have to go back to dreamland, and I don't know what to do.
But I think people neglect that bit. But when you go to dreamland, it's a manifestations of worries and things that you experience in the real world.
Sometimes
it's fictionalized. So even if someone doesn't know what they're going through, sometimes when you tell your dream, you should be able to be like, I'm not saying they're Joseph from the Bible, but you should be able to interpret or be able to be like, why is this worrying you? And it's a great way to start conversation. So I don't know why I did that, but from when she was like I was just like, so what did you dream about? And even till now, she'll just be like, she's kind of responds. She's like popcorn, or she'll be like food, toys, or mention some of her friends from nursery. Oh, so it's like, okay, cool.
It's good because it's also like recollection, which is also like a memory and with was it withholding? Is it withholding or pertaining information? Sorry, my English is Englishin.
I don't know. It's not my first language.
Holding information.
Recollection.
Anything like that is a skill. It's like it's great and it's good for development and all that stuff as well.
Yeah,
that's so really doing that. I'm stealing that.
Yeah, please do. So that's something I do, and then we sing in the morning and whatnot, and also when she's having like a silly or cheeky moment, just indulge in her once in a while. Sometimes at annoying times when she needs to eat, and obviously you got to know when to discipline and when to like give them grace and just allow them to be a kid. So and then when she comes back from school, how was your day? Even from when they're young, because obviously you know what they did, and you get reports from the childminders or nursery, but I still asking them, as one day they'll respond, and the parenting, goes to a next level and you have to kind of deal with those kind of situations. So yeah, so that's one thing I'm doing. And then when I come back from work, sometimes I come back when it's like a bedtime, and bless Mona, sometimes she keeps her up a little bit longer so I can at least have, you know, the ability to say good night or whatnot. So I cherish those moments, play with her a little bit, have silly moments, and then man, just try and do the bedtime routine as much as possible, pray with her, read a book. And I think that has also helped her confidence, her communication and whatnot. So I feel like in the stage I'm in, that's what being present looks like.
Well said. Well said and well rounded.
Yeah. So
I really like this discussion.
Yeah.
For this episode.
I really enjoyed it.
I think we explored it way further than I think we originally wanted to, but I think that's the beauty of it. It's we notice. Again, I'm sorry, I kind of do this like every pod, but it's like sometimes we end up speaking about things and we end up connecting the dots in real time. Like, this is therapy. Like, I won't even lie to you, bro. Like,
Facts.
It's fully like a therapy session. So thank everybody again for tuning in with us and just kind of unpacking it with us.
Yeah, we'll probably leave the dilemmas till... Or do we want to tackle it quickly?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Next section.
Let's do it. Dilemma. So if you don't know,
shout out, we haven't even listen.
Yeah.
Shout out the beat maker, the hit maker, Thriller, the producer. We should have probably done this on episode 1, but forgive me, my guy. But this beat is by the coldest producer you'll ever meet, and also the nicest guy you ever meet. Shout out Thriller, man.
Wheel. Hit the beat. Big him up.
Hey, fire.
Yo, big him up, man. Big him up. We're gonna put that there as well. So
yeah.
Shouts to him, man. Big beat.
Cool.
All right, let's go. Dilemmas.
We got a spicy one today.
Let's get it.
All right. My 7-year-old son swore in front of my boyfriend. He told him to stop, and my son ignored him and swore again. So my boyfriend smacked him on the legs. My son cried, and I switched on him. But was I in the wrong? P.S. He's not the dad.
Sorry.
Thank you for sending that dilemma, by the way.
That's
guys, email us your dilemmas. But yeah, that's a bit of it's a sticky one.
You first.
But thank you for the details.
You first.
7-year-old, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's conscious. So him swearing is obviously a no. It's not good. But modern day age, probably from online, or he probably heard the mum or someone saying it, or even him saying it.
Yeah.
So that's not good. He told him to stop, so he didn't go straight to smacking. There was a bit of a course correct, bit of
I see you go with this.
You know, like stop. We don't know. I mean, again, I would like to know if he did it like multiple times, but you know, we'll take it on face value
as we're reading
twice. And then maybe it's the way he did it. It was like, I've just told you to stop, and you're just like, well, imagine F you, and then, or you know, S or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you're like, stop, and you're like, S.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful. That's intentional disobedience. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's continue to unpack it. And then he smacks him on the legs. I respect him for he didn't smack him on the face. He smack him in the head. Didn't smack him in the vulnerable spot, which I feel like there's certain places you shouldn't hit a kid because it's abuse.
Yeah.
Discipline should always come from a place of love. Yeah. And if you're doing something out of love, you're not banging someone in their face. You're not doing it in a disrespectful way. You're just doing it to try and reinforce.
Burning their arm.
Yeah, of course. So I feel like he was intentionally trying to show that he's disciplining him, but not trying to abuse him.
Yeah.
So I respect him from that. And then, and then the last bit, he's not the dad.
Right.
He's not the dad. Where is the father? That is the question.
That's the question. No
but we can assume that obviously because they're not together, obviously.
Yeah.
She has a boyfriend and he's basically playing a stepdad role. They're not married. They're just boyfriend and girlfriend. We don't know how long they've been together. But he felt he was rightfully in the position to discipline. Is that right or wrong? I'm going to go
I'm waiting for you to get there, man.
In my opinion, I think he should have disciplined the child. But if they hadn't discussed whether he's allowed to smack the child or not, he shouldn't have smacked the child.
Right.
But children need a smacking. So for what the child did, I won't lie, 7-year-old, that it deserved a smack. I would have probably smacked him myself.
Okay. My response to that. So what was so at the end of the day, was I in the wrong? What was it?
She said she switched on him. Yeah. So which shows that clearly they haven't had a conversation about.
Yeah.
Maybe he's allowed to discipline, but they never had a conversation about.
Yeah. Smacking
my kid. So she switched on him, and she said, "Was I in the wrong for switching on him?"
Yeah. Okay. Was I in the wrong?
She's the mum.
Okay. I think this comes down to. Doesn't sound like it. But this comes down to needed discussions about discipline.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a stepdad, stepmom situation. I think that conversation needs to be had as soon as, maybe if you move in, or as soon as you spend more than an hour and you know you're going to be spending hours and hours with the kid. And I'm saying the discussion needs to be as simple as do not or yes you can smack my child if they cross that line. Now it sounds like that discussion wasn't had because
she switched.
Because he switched and she's asking whether or not it was right or not.
Yeah.
So I'm saying if you had that discussion, fine, it is what it is. But if you had that discussion, then you're gonna have to ask. You're gonna have to check your moral compass, I guess, and just decide from that moment. At least I guess that is a perfect opportunity for you to have that discussion. I don't think you can switch. You can't switch on him because you never had a discussion, and that's his.
That's a different take,
fam. And that's his upbringing. If we got brought up to be, we got brought up beaten.
Yeah.
And in that moment, obviously, that's what we know, and that's what we know. Is discipline, right?
Yeah.
So if you never had a discussion with him or her, whoever it is, okay, this dilemma. If you never had a discussion with him and that's happened, I don't think you can switch on him because that's what we know. That's what we know. I don't think you can switch on him.
Because I'm lying, in certain environments, if you went to an African auntie, you swat, they will just slap you.
Yeah, it's just
they don't care if whether you're their kid or not. They have.
It's what we know. Listen,
slap you.
Listen, it's what we know. It's what we know. So it's like I don't think you can switch on them, but I do think it's a perfect opportunity to have that discussion. That's my answer.
I do feel like he was trying to be respectful. He didn't do it recklessly.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
So give him some grace.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're asking, was I in the wrong? There's a part of you which kind of feels like you would have probably smacked him too.
Yeah.
Should have probably, if it was you, it's just the fact that it's not your hands. But at the end of the day, he's your boyfriend. Yeah, cool. Marriage is a different level. So if he was married to you, I would say he has the right, in my opinion. But the fact that he's boyfriend, I feel like, if the conversation hasn't been had, he should have left the discipline into you. But I do feel like if you guys are long term, the stepdad always should end up with the right to be able to discipline the kid, as even to have a conversation and agree. If you both don't agree to smack, then fair enough, you guys operate on that. But if you both agree that smacking is okay, he's seen you smack, he has to eventually get that right to be able to discipline the kid the same way that you have. In my opinion.
Agreed.
So yeah,
but we help. We helped gave you some sort of.
Yeah, man. You guys have
your
a conversation,
dilemma.
man.
Yeah, but have a conversation. Communication, big
foundation of every relationship.
Big thing is what we discussed throughout this entire point. I think maybe since episode 1, actually.
Yeah, facts, man.
If I'm honest.
And your son's a naughty one, bro. You shouldn't be swearing.
And also, that's also your son.
Yeah.
So like, you also have to have some sort of accountability if he feels like he's comfortable enough to be swearing. So yeah. I don't think she should switch on.
Nah.
I don't think so.
She should have had a conversation. Yeah. If he smacked him in the face now, switch.
Yeah, that's it.
Switch.
Like how you said about the vulnerable spots to get smacked. How about the disciplining with love and disciplining with like.
Yeah.
You know ones?
That was okay for me. I don't know.
Yeah. But you guys know what it is. Please check the email and send in more dilemmas. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be as serious as that. It could be anything. Like my child doesn't eat sugar.
Yeah.
How are you guys dealing with your child and sugar? And we'll answer.
That's a whole different topic.
I bet you have. You see, he's ready to go for that as well.
Because Eddie will say, you're abusing your kid. But hey.
Oh, Eddie.
Uncle Eddie.
We should get him on the pod as well one day. That would be amazing.
Too much swearing though.
Yeah. That would have to be a biggie one. Do we have dad jokes for this episode?
If I can get my phone, I can pull one up.
Cool. Mona, as you are watching this, please clip this out. All right, let's find some jokes.
Wait. Oh, I don't even have a phone.
Oh.
You find your joke and I'll use your phone and I'll find my joke. Yeah, cool. I'm good.
Sure, yeah?
All right.
Do you want to go first then? Just to...
Who went first last time?
I think I did.
No, I did. Because I said a triangle. Yeah, so...
Oh, you went first? I went first last time. Oh, so I go first this time, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. And we are back. All right, so ready for your dad jokes, yeah?
Let's go!
Let's get it. So, if you don't know, we like to finish with something a little bit light on the podcast that you guys absolutely love.
And I've been winning.
And he has been winning. It's dad joke versus dad joke time. So I'm going to say one, Justin's going to say one. Usually we leave it to our producers in the room, which are our lovely baby mums. So they know what to do in the background. And of course, comment below if you feel like,
yeah, man.
you know,
let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the emails or whatever. But I'm going to go first with my dad joke.
Please do.
Are you ready?
I am very ready.
Oh, I did an abrupt end there. My bad. What car does a sheep drive? Just say what, bro. There's joke etiquette.
Yeah, cool.
You can't guess the joke.
All right, cool. Run it again. I think I know what it is. But yeah.
What car does a sheep drive?
What car does a sheep drive, Nicholas?
A Lamborghini.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you guys, that was such a dead joke.
Yeah, she got it.
You know what? I was gonna say BMW, but
What? What? A BMW? Oh man.
Sorry.
Guys, no way I'm winning this episode. They rigged it.
Yeah, we're tag teaming. Too bad.
That was two
She
terrible
said
jokes.
BMW. No, that's a good one. What car is a sheep? That's a good one. Anyway, a Lamborghini. Did you get it? I hope you do. Right, over to you, Justin. Tough one to beat.
Well, since you guys are primed.
And I'll anyway, go on.
So, my dad gave me a new roof. He said it was on the house.
I like it. But again, I think...
that was a clever one.
Yeah.
That's
Got to
a
be
good
careful with the jokes. Sometimes they could be too clever that they're not funny, but they're clever.
That's a dad joke.
Yeah, that's the whole point of a dad joke.
Oh. Interesting. So what is the criteria for a dad joke?
Dad joke has to be technically terrible, witty, and a little bit, you know.
So not just... Okay. Well, who wins that one?
I mean, you guys rigged it, so Beverly laughed more, so I'll give it to
I don't know. She kind of respected yours, though.
No, but we didn't actually say. Is it the ones that laugh the most, or is it the ones which are technically?
I mean, we're going off laugh, so
yeah,
we'll give you this.
Thank you.
one
That's
for
very
now.
honourable of you, sir. Very honourable of you.
But yeah, that was a terrible joke.
Yeah, we want to thank you all guys for tuning in and listening to us and watching us. Honestly.
Yeah, and obviously for the Supermom mix, if you leave it too long, it starts to look a bit mad.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna drink the rest of that, bro.
I'm probably not drinking. It looks like it's
Yeah,
yeah.
The belly
This might give you a
Yeah.
If you mix it, drink it straight away. If you leave it, it's undrinkable. So yeah. Anyway, we'll work on the ratios, but
But it's been Dads and Chef Podcast. I am your co-host Nicholas K,
and I'm Justin B.
Thank you guys for being with us, man. Episode 7 has been great. We want to take care. Everybody take care. Be safe out there.
Bless.
And big up all the dads. Peace.